VG is the symbol here, folks. Nice, strong move. Basically, Bloomberg reporting that the Trump administration is preparing to give conditional approval to export of liquefied natural gas. Well, Biden had, of course, blocked that. Well, these guys, that's their bailiwick, Pete. That's what they do. They export liquefied natural gas. So if such a proposition comes from the president and gets put into action, that should be really good for VG. And you know what else? People were buying it ahead of this. In fact, when it was a $9 stock, they were buying it, folks. On the 7th, which is just 12 days ago, 7th of March, they were buying the stock at $9. They were buying the April 1250 calls. You guys know Pete and I buy at the money. And then as it rallies, we sell upside. Well, this one's got some upside to sell today, Pete. So I hope everybody stays disciplined.
Yeah, and this is a big deal, John. They were talking about it being one of the biggest projects ever. You're talking about $28 billion for this in terms of what they're going to be doing and exporting and everything else. I mean, the plans are for Louisiana to get back into this whole world. LNG is the big deal. And I think that's something that we are seeing. I'd like to see the stock have a little bit bigger move than it's had already, but that's okay because it might be something worth actually kind of taking a look. And the second we see some options come into this one, John, it's probably going to be a pretty decent sign that somebody might know something about what that project looks like, the time frame, everything else, and that it's committed and the pen and the ink is all dried. So still kind of waiting on that, but this is a heck of a story and obviously something that I think President Trump is pretty excited to get this moving and moving in the right way.
Well, this one, Pete, they were buying, like I said, those April 1250s. Pete and I frequently use the unusual activity as a guide, and they were paying 33 cents for those. Well, good for them. But if you bought the 10s, you're making some pretty good coin. And by the way, I think they traded to like 240 today, Pete.
Yeah.
And they're still trading 220 right now. So not a bad day for anybody who actually followed into VG and was betting on nat gas and so forth.
It's not an option.